Welcome back. The school year, of course, has officially kicked off for so many Central Texas kids. So for this Mental Health Monday, Laura Dunworth of Vitality Life Online has some expertise to lend us through her brand new books, plural. Breathe Easy, one for kids and one for teachers. We're happy to see her again. Laura, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me, Rosie.
What might kids be feeling as they're walking through the doors, of those schools this first week or two?
Well, all kinds of emotions. So I like to reflect back on my childhood, and I was a stressed out kid.
But you had reason to be.
I did. My parents, my stepfather was in the travel business, and we moved around a lot. So I went to 5 different elementary schools. I was always the new kid. Sweaty hands, upset stomach, just a feeling of just tightness and constriction in my body. And although I wouldn't change any of my experiences, I actually got to go to school in Hawaii for a couple of years.
Wow.
I do wish I would have had some tools to help me with calming myself down.
Exactly. And that's what you said you've put into these books here is some tools that you wish you had had.
Exactly.
Yeah. Remind us actually about your background in understanding kids' emotions, because you're kind of at this perfect cross section of helping kids to calm down while understanding what they might be going through.
Yes, true. So I was an elementary school teacher for many years, also a mother of 2. And in the last 20 years or so, I have been studying the healing arts of yoga, breathwork, meditation, and mindfulness. So I have taken all of my experience. Elementary school was such a sweet age, but they are starting to get into the standardized testing and some of these things that do cause stress and anxiety. And so I was excited not only to write a book for parents and children to do together, but for teachers and students to bring into the classroom and practice together as well.
Some good resources. So really, my first question for you, as we're talking about parents or teachers or caregivers, is how can they help, especially with some of those big feelings that kids have in these first couple of weeks?
Yes, definitely. Well, first of all, validation, validating the emotions. Because for an adult, being a new kid or starting a new school year may not seem like a big deal, but for a child, it may put them into that kind of fight or flight state.
And how would you feel if you had to start a new job tomorrow?
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
It's all the same newness.
Yes, for sure. So validating the emotions. And then part of the books, I have journal prompts for the children and the adults to do together. So let's talk about the emotions. How do they feel, and how do you feel them in your body? And what are some positive affirmations that you can tell yourself? Emotions aren't who you are. They're just something that they're just going to come and go.
Oh, yeah, that's really, really powerful, actually, for you to bring up. And a good way for our teachers, our caregivers, our parents, our guardians to kind of model that, like, hey, I'm doing this too.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. And I've had so many parents and teachers tell me that they got so much more out of the book than they realized they would, that they're doing a lot of these activities on their own, even without their children around.
Well, hey, that's helpful for everybody.
Exactly.
Okay. Speaking of helpful, you brought up bumblebee breathing to me, which I've never heard of before, but I'm guessing it's going to help me calm down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So talk to me about what's in the book.
Well, would you like to try it?
Sure, I'd love to.
Okay, great. So first of all, go ahead and take one hand and just kind of place it on your lower abdomen, on your belly. And take a deep breath in through your nose, filling your belly. And then a full exhale. Okay, so we always start our breathwork exercises like this, where we're using our full diaphragm. Because when we're stressed and anxious, we tend to breathe very shallowly, which takes in too much oxygen and puts our body into that fight or flight state.
And then you start to get a little bit lightheaded, that sort of thing.
Exactly, and it just feeds on itself. So focusing on the belly breathing, I call that balloon breathing in the book, just to kind of get your breathing. Okay, we're going to use your whole diaphragm. And so for the honeybee breathing, we're going to create a vibration.
Okay.
And so what this does is it actually activates your vagus nerve. So the vibration calms your vagus nerve and just really brings you into more of a parasympathetic nervous system state.
So out of the fight or flight.
Exactly. So we'll do this 3 times.
Okay.
We're going to breathe in through our noses, and then we're going to exhale with a hum. Okay? So here we go.
I don't know that I've hummed like a bumblebee before.
Exactly. Here we go. Hum.
That feels nice, actually.
Doesn't it feel nice?
Yeah. We won't make everybody watch us do it 3 times.
But you would do it 3 to 5 times and then go back to your natural breath. But the humming is really rooted in neuroscience with the calming of the vagus nerve. Also creating nitric oxide in your body, which is a natural immune booster.
Wow.
So
who knew humming could help?
Your breath is so powerful.
This is why people are telling you they're learning from your book.
Exactly.
I do want to point out as well, at the end of the bee breathing exercise is this little QR code, because you've tried to make it really as simple as possible to say, like, you don't have to guess what I've written down here. You can watch me do videos of it.
Exactly. So you can take your phone and you can scan the QR code. It will take you to a video of me doing the breathing exercise. So there's no learning curve. And I thought this would be especially helpful for teachers. It's like, okay, you can bring this out 2 to 3 minutes. Let's breathe together. It doesn't need to be a whole long lesson part of your curriculum. It can just be thrown in at, okay, we're going to take a test. Let's breathe together. The QR code's right there if you forget how to do it. So just easy,
handy and helpful.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. The next step is to move on from kids and to go up to teens, which are kind of a tough group to tackle.
Yes. I mean, you probably remember your teenage years. I do too.
I was not my best.
So much anxiety and overwhelm, especially now in the digital age.
Yeah.
So much more than we had to deal with. So
Facebook came out when I was 18, y'all. You had to have a college address in order to get an account. You had to be accepted to go somewhere. Very different than it is now.
Very, very different. So my book for teens is, of course, going to feature the breath work, but it's going to have some other mindfulness and stress relieving techniques, and also suggestions of maybe taking a digital detox now and then. But just, again, really kind of tuning into observation. How do these things make you feel? Can you be an observer of your emotions? Can you validate them? And where do you go from there?
Really good resources, especially to learn them at such an early age.
Yes.
Laura, thank you for your time.
Yes, thanks for having me,
We
Rosie.
appreciate it. Okay, for more mindfulness tools, y'all, you can download the Vitality Life Online app. Oh, sorry, y'all. Vitality Life Online is what it's called, from the App Store, and you can learn more about Laura's offerings. She's got corporate events, she does classes, including her newest books, at lauradunworth.com.